So the crowd here is a combination, I think, of some locals, some truckers. This is basically where people stop for a hearty breakfast. So I'm told for breakfast it's mostly the Kappa Roti that you do. ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾನು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಈವರೆಗೆ.
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ.
I love that aroma from roasting in that clay vessel. What's also nice is that it's very spongy and the sort of roti that will soak up the saru quite greedily. You can see that the kappa roti is still steaming away. It's as hot as that. Oh, I love the thick texture of that curry. You can almost bite into the coconut there. Hi folks, this is Kripal, Amanna, Gourmet on the Road, and you're watching Food Lovers TV. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and strong. So we're on the national highway that connects Mangalore to Udupi, and I've heard of this place called Ashok Anna Hotel here in Yermal, which is just past Padubidri, and I'm told they do a good kappa dosa with some chicken curry. Famous, huh?
Famous hotel.
ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
Kappa Rotti.
Kappa Roti. Well, sorry, it's not called a kappa dosa, it's called a Kappa Roti. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನೀವು ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅವರ? ಜನರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅಣ್ಣ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು,
ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು.
ಮಾತ್ರ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಈಗ ಮಾತ್ರ.
ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾನು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದೆ.
ಆಯ್ತು.
ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ದು?
20 ವರ್ಷ ತನಕ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ.
ಸೊ ಅದೊಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
ಅದೇ ನೇಮ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
I can see people enjoying the kappa roti and some pulao as well. Well, this is one of those places that you come in and you just sit down, find a spot for yourself and relish what they have to offer. So I'm told for breakfast it's mostly the kappa roti that you do. There's a chicken curry that they serve with it. There's also a pulao and some chicken saru. Allah? So the crowd here is a combination, I think, of some locals, some truckers. This is basically where people stop for a hearty breakfast. They also do lunch and they wanted me to return for lunch. The mean curry, the fish curry, the fries, etc. very popular. And I suspect it will be interesting because it's the family behind Ashok Anna's wife, his sister-in-law and the other family members are doing the cooking. Chikappa, okay. Well, we're getting into the kitchen now. Namaskara. Idan Kappa Roti. ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾನು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಈವರೆಗೆ.
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ.
ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಓಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡುದು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು.
ಓಕೆ.
ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಖಾಲಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ, ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ, ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್, ಹಾಫ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್,
ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಂತ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಉಂಟು.
ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಅ ಚಟ್ನಿ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲೇ. ಸೊ ನೋ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಇಟ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಬೆಂದಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಡಿಯುವಾಗ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಬರುದಿಲ್ಲ.
ದ ಬ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಸ್, ಸಮ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ.
ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ
ಅಂಡ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಒಂದು ಸೇರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ವಾಟಿ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು.
ಇದು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಕಡೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ?
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯಾವ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ತಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಸರಿಯಾಗುದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸೊ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್
ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಅದೇ ದಪ್ಪಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಎಂತೆಂತ ಹಾಕಿ ಸೊಡಗರದ್ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಫುಡ್ ಇದ್ರು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್, ಯಾವ್ದು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಸಾಲ ಸಹ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಸೊ ಇವರು ಯಾರು?
ಇವರು ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಯ ತಂಗಿ. ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ?
ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ, ಅವರು ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಯ ತಂಗಿ.
I love the way she's making that dosa. ಇದು ಇವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಕಡಿತಾ ಉಂಟು. ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಲ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಕಲ್ಲಿನದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡೋದಾದರೆ. ಅವರು ದೊಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಂದ ಹುಳಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೌದೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಗ್ಯಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ದೋಸೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಇದು ಮಣೋಲಿ ಪಲ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ,
ಮನೋಲಿ
ತೊಂಡೆಕಾಯಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಯಿಸಿ ಪಲ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಸಾಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಇದು ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರೈಸ್, ಅದು ದಾಲ್.
Fantastic. So all the curries here are made on a wood fire, and the fries and the dosa are made on the gas burners.
ಓಡು ಪಲ್ಲೆ, ಉಪ್ಪು ದೋಸೆ, 3 ಐಟಮ್ ಹೆಸರುಂಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ಸರ್?
ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಗದಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಗ್ರೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ?
ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ದು ಮನೆ ಜನರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ಕ್ರಮ ಇದೆ.
ಮನೆ ಕ್ರಮ ನಮ್ದು, ಯಾವುದು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮನೆ ಕ್ರಮ.
So basically that's also the vibe that I get here. I see Ashok Anna, I see his family members, and therefore the way of cooking, the way that they're cleaning the coriander, the way they are washing the onions before they slice them, all that is a sort of krama or the sort of custom, the sort of tradition that you will find in homes. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ?
ಒಂದು 20
ಕಪ್ಪ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ
ರೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ.
There's a bit of a crust at the bottom and on the top soft ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ?
ನಾವು ಡೈಲಿ.
ನಮ್ದು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು? Oh, I love that sponginess of that dosa. I love that aroma. ಅದು ಕಾಯಿದು aroma ಅದು. The aroma from roasting in that clay vessel. What's also nice is that it's very spongy and the sort of roti that will soak up the saru quite greedily. You can see that the kappa roti is still steaming away. It's as hot as that. ಅದು ಫ್ಲೇವರ್ ಇದು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಕುಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಸಿಹಿ ದೋಸೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಳಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು.
ಹುಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ,
ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಲೆ
ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಕ್ಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ತರೋದು ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
So basically they want that roti to rise, and that basically is a combination of the right texture of the dough, the right temperature of that clay pan, and also the amount of time they heat it. So ಇದು ಬರೀ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
So you're a tea specialist, Lily. Fantastic. So every family member here has a responsibility, be it for making the kappa roti, be it for making the tea, be it for making the fry or the curry. And I think that's a wonderful thing about Ashok Anna's hotel. Illi bandadmele you feel like you entered Ashok Anna's home. Munche barvaga you feel like you're entering the eatery, but once you come in, once you meet them, once you talk to them, you feel like you're getting to know members of the family better. There's also a well that they have here on the property. So ಇದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಮನೆ?
ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ.
ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
ನಾವು ಮಗುವಿಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಅಜ್ಜನದ್ದು.
ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು?
ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಬಂದವನು ಏನಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೌನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಎತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಬಹಳ ನಿಮ್ದು ನೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅಣ್ಣ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೌದೌದು ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ.
It was wonderful to go into the kitchen and see the family members of Ashok Anna busy at their chores. Everybody has a specific task to do, whether it's the making of the kappa roti or the making of the tea or the pulao or getting the masala ready for the fish curry for lunch service. In fact, I'm told they also have a very good lunch here. And I can actually visualize that each member of the family cooking their special dishes. Although I'm looking forward to tasting the kappa roti now, along with the chicken saru and whatever else that may come to my table, I've also made note that the next time around I should also drop here for lunch. We've shifted tables again. In spaces like this, it's always a bit of a challenge to find a relatively quieter corner. But I think we've managed to find one where we won't importantly disturb what's happening in the eatery. Fantastic. we've already tasted that Kappa Roti there, but I can't wait to taste it along with the curries. So we have a chicken curry here, a koli gasi as they would call it. It's quite thick, the curry in itself. I love the grainy coconutty texture of that curry, and that curry is delicious. I love the thick texture of that curry. You can almost bite into the coconut there, and the seasoning is just perfect. You're not really tasting something over, you're not tasting the coriander over, you're not tasting anything over. All that you're tasting is a beautiful confluence of ingredients that are quite literally singing to your palate. This is delicious, absolutely delicious. I can drink that saru just by itself, but we are here to taste along with that saru some Kappa Roti. So that roti is only roasted on one side, as you can see. So it kind of toasts on one side, and the other side is quite fluffy, quite spongy. It's a roti that also feels very dry because there's no oil that goes into it, there's no fermentation, and I'm told that's important. But where this roti really works is when you dip it, soak it into that curry. That Kappa Roti is a perfect sponge to soak up the flavors of that curry. It also has its crispened edges. I love that slightly smoky, unique flavor notes that you taste because it's cooked on a clay pan. So the cooking here is both a combination of the roasting that happens on the underside of the dosa, and because they place a lid on top, it's nice and softly steamed on the upside. And I'm told that's also what results in that dosa actually rising with that steam in that chutney. Oh, mean banta? So idivatige. So in fresh tartira. Things tell me that I need to definitely get back here for that lunch. But for now, I'm enjoying that Kappa Roti with that chicken saru. That roti is soft. There is a hint of the tartness somewhere in there. So out here the clientele is an eclectic mix. So you've got truck drivers, you've got people just going about their work, you've got locals, you've got tourists. And when you put them all together in one tight space, you can imagine the buzz, you can imagine the sound. And that's really the atmosphere here. So I'm quite literally shouting to make myself heard to the mic. I think next let's taste that Kappa Roti with some of that chutney, coconut chutney. Very home style, only coconut, nothing else. I'm sure there's a bit of green chili that goes into it. Bisi dosa. Is there no? Oh, Uddin dosa. I'm not done though with my Kappa Roti yet. Let's taste now that vegetable gravy. The hint of sweetness that I'm tasting in that somewhere. Perhaps they put some jaggery in that. Solpa jaggery haktire. Sugar haktire, solpa idrali. There's some peas in there, some potatoes, some carrot as well, I'm told. So if you're a vegetarian, you will enjoy that vegetable curry too. But if you're a non-vegetarian, it's that koli saru. That is supremely delicious. I've not even tasted the chicken piece, but the chicken here is incidental. Just give me the saru and I'll be happy. I also like the bite of the dosa. It bites very differently as opposed to any dosa. I keep saying dosa because in my mind it looks like a dosa, but it's actually the Kappa Roti. So it's very different from anything that I've tasted in the past because on the underside it's quite kadak, quite crisp, especially around the edges. But when you reach for the center of that Kappa Roti, that's where its soft, spongy, springy texture quite literally steals your heart. Onte becha gravy tukunda. I've asked for some hot chicken curry. So good. To be honest, I didn't know what to expect. Becha gravy. But after meeting Ashok Anna, his family, I knew that I was in for a special treat. But having tasted now both that Kappa Roti and that koli saru, I must say this breakfast is a breakfast at a different level altogether. This is the sort of place where you come in, order your food and relish it. Don't spend too much time thinking about what's happening around you, be it the noise, the crowd or the din. All that you need to do is focus on your tindi. Be it that Kappa Roti and now that Uddu dosa. So the texture of this dosa is almost like a set dosa of sorts, but this is basically the rice and the uddu, urad dal and the mente as well. And I think this is probably fermented for some time. Very soft. So I wish I could have come here in the afternoon and also tasted the curry, but I wanted to taste the Kappa Roti, and I'm told the Kappa Roti is only made in the morning and evening. Even Kappa Roti, okay, fantastic, why not? I think they open at 5:30. Yaar bartare 5:30 hai? Gaadi aur bartare.
During earlier, they were the customers of ours.
Oh, so earlier it was only truck drivers.
Truck drivers. It was started in when I born, 2000. At that time, the lorry drivers, truck drivers, they were the customers for our hotel. Now, laterly, after 15 years, family has been started to us. So we have done a family section backward. And truck drivers will have food here. They will be in Haribari. They need quick food.
Okay, how much is the Kappa Roti?
This one prices 20, I think. Now,
Okay.
one plate we will charge
1 plate 90 rupees. So basically when you come here and you order a Kappa Roti, you'll get 3 Kappa Roti, bisi bisi, you'll get a chicken curry with 1 piece, you'll get the vegetable curry and you'll get the chutney. The gravy is unlimited, the chicken piece, well, you have to pay additional if you want more. I want to ensure that I get as much of that gravy seeped into that Kappa Roti. That masale of that curry is exceptional. Ashok Anna, idu nimdu curry do masale A1. Super. Andre ಏನೇನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅದೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲೇವರ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗಸಿ ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ,
ಕೋಳಿ ಗಸಿ,
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಥಿಕ್ ಇದೆ, ದಪ್ಪ ಇದೆ.
ದಪ್ಪ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದೋಸೆಗೆ ದಪ್ಪ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಡ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಂಬಾರ್.
He says, unlike a sambar which is thin with a idli, here the dosa should carry the heft of that curry. That's why they keep it a little thick. ಅದು coconut in the thickness. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ?
ನನ್ನ ಅಂದಾಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು
ಸೂಪರ್ ಇದೆ, ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಜನರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. When you are here anywhere around Mangalore Udupi, you should definitely come to Ashok Anna's hotel. That koli saru is exceptional with that Kappa Roti. So basically out here, if you don't want the Kappa Roti, they'll also serve you neer dosa, uddina dosa or the pulao. I was a little distracted with that chicken curry, but even this vegetable curry is quite nice with the peas, the tomatoes and the potato. There's a hint of sweetness that I'm tasting in that curry. I've almost forgotten that udduna dosa because of Kappa Roti, but I can taste an uddu dosa, which is more like a set dosa anyway, but that Kappa Roti I won't taste. Coffee, super. And the way to close things here is with some tea or some coffee. Very good coffee. Definitely I can taste the caramel flavors of the chicory in this. I would have liked a little more strength in the coffee, but the coffee is nice and hot. And just the sort of beverage that you need to wash down all that we've tasted. So well, if you happen to be in this area between Mangalore and Udupi and want to taste something interesting, the Kappa Roti especially, which you don't find elsewhere, definitely find your way to Ashok Anna's hotel, the original name for which is Laxmi Janardhana Hotel here in Yermal. I hope you've enjoyed this breakfast outing in South Canara. Until the next time, take care, stay safe, stay strong, and happy eating and drinking. Done. Okay. Thank you. ನೀವು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು?
ಹೌದು, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಅಕ್ಕನ ಮಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಮಸಾಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ.
ಸೊ ಮನೆಯ ಕಿಚನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕನೂ ಮಾಡಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. 10 ವರ್ಷ ಮನೆ ಒಕ್ಕೆಲಾಯ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಗ್ಯಾಸೇ ಹೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
So they say that everything that they eat, this is a joint family here, so all of them eat the same food that the customers eat.
ಮಟನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಮಟನ್ ಸಹ ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಬಣ್ಣ ಮಂಜಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದು ಊರ ಕೋಳಿ ಬಣ್ಣ ಮಂಜಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
So I also have made a list of things that I need to taste. Apart from the seafood, the fish fry, the eti fry, the mutton banna manjal. ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಲಂಚ್ಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Fantastic. If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page. You could pledge a nominal sum and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As and a lot more. You could support us on our Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment below. Happy eating.